Today's topic is prot- protective relay basics. So the protective relay, the brain of the electrical protection system, and act quickly to isolate the faulty sections, preventing the damage to the equipment and ensuring safety of the power system. What is the definition of a protective system or protective relay? The protective relay, the definition is the protective relay is a device that detects abnormal conditions or faults in the power system and sends a trip signal to a circuit breaker to disconnect the faulty part. So this is the function of a protective relay. Why there is a necessity of a protective power system? Why there is a necessity? It prevents, number one, it prevents the damage to the transformers, generators, lines, and etc. And it maintains the system stability. It ensures safety of personnel and it reduces the outage duration. Then what is the working principle? What is the working principle of the protective relay? It works on the basis of sensing. It senses the any changes in the system and it compares, take the decision and act properly. So these are the steps of operation of a protective relay. First sensing, then comparison, then decision, and then action. In sensing, it is done by the protective relay by measuring the electrical quantities such as current, voltage, and frequency. In comparison step, the protective relay compares the present value of the parameter with the preset limit. From the comparison, abnormal condition is detected and accordingly the protective relay sends a trip signal to the circuit. Then what is the classification of the protective relay? The protective relay is based on the technology, that is electromechanical relays, and static relays. Electromechanical relays based on electromagnetic, mechanical and magnetic principle, and static relay based on solid state mechanism. Numerical relay, then third one is numerical relay. It is the modern and microprocessor based relay. Second classification is your based on the function, that is overcurrent relay. It operates when the current exceeds the set value used in feeders and distribution systems. Similarly, differential relay, it combines the input and output currents used for the transformers and generators. Similarly, distance relay. It measures the impedance to locate the faults, and it is used in transmission lines. Then your earth fault relay. It detects the leakage current to the ground. Leakage current to the ground. Then another type of relay is your under voltage or over voltage relay. It protects against the voltage fluctuation. It may be over voltage of the system or under voltage of the system. Before going to in depth, we have to remember some basic terms used in protective relay. One is your peak of value. It is minimum value voltage or current at which the relay operates. This is the peak of value. Then time delay. It is the interval between initiation of the event and its actual response. This is called time delay. It is the delay before tripping. Delay before tripping. Suppose the sensing of the system and the action of the system. This is the gap between the two. The sensitivity. It is the ability to detect the small value of the actuating quantity, maybe a voltage or current or a power. Then another thing is your selectivity. It is the ability to identify and isolate only the specific faulty section of the power system. This is the selectivity. Another term is your reliability. It is the ability to operate correctly at the time of need. So this is the reliability of the protective system or protective relay. These are some basic things you have to remember on protective relays, which acts are the brain of the power system. Thank you.